Greetings, Judith. Israel, DFG, Gideon's Flight. Hey, guys, I think I have what I would consider a special treat for our brothers and sisters. And what I mean by that is you heard your brother talk about prepping, time and time and time again. And some of the things that we need to be thinking about if we're going to do community living, set apart living. And without question, with the times that are coming, and we know these times are coming, it's going to get real serious out here. And if you haven't already started to take steps and get yourself prepared, then you are really, really behind the eight ball, brothers and sisters. And so I just wanted to take a moment, me and some of my brothers, and we are going to show you some of the things that we have. The things that we have is not all inclusive. It's just a little portion, something for you to be thinking about. And equally important, I want you guys to know just how serious your brothers are. So if you're serious out there, then we want you to know you're not alone. We're with you. We're thinking the same way that you're thinking. And if the signs of the time are as they are showing us that they are, again, you need to be, starting is an understatement. You should be done. And if you're not done, then again, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, I don't know what you will be waiting on, except you're hoping or not hoping, but you're allowing yourselves and your family to be victimized. And with all of these things that I'm going to show you guys, remember, none of these things are going to work long term if you don't have a community of like-minded believers. And again, you're going to need, we know the location, we know we need land, those things like that. We have some of that, believe it or not. But in addition to that, I talked about the behaviors the other day. What type of behavior we have to live to be a part of a community. But again, in addition to that, I just want to show, again, some of the supplies. And so I'm going to let some of my brothers start, and then I'm going to make my way right back around to myself. And then we're going to let you guys go about your afternoon or evening or morning, depending on when you're watching this particular message. So we're going to start. So let me switch over. All right. So I'm going to start off with my brother Jonathan. He brought a few things over just to kind of show us some of the things that he has pulled out of his treasure chest.
Absolutely. So I got a couple of lights, bright lights. Also go to the front too. And I got a fire starter. I think this is very important because sooner or later you're gonna run out of butane or other type of fuel. So this is very essential to have. Hacksaw. You can use this for butchering and a weapon. Measuring tape, measuring, you might want to build a tent or build furniture or a house, essential. Same thing here. If I need fire, I could get my own wood. I could also use this for butchering as well. Rope is very essential. You can use this for anything. Fire, shelter, very important to have this. Same as zip ties right here.
Okay. All right. Brother Dennis?
We also got some ponchos. We don't know, when they could be in use, but they could definitely be in use. We got bad weather. Go work on the land, etc. We got this right here, which I thought was a great find. Is a water filtration system. This attaches to any water bottle, and it actually comes with a pouch as well. You can fill it up with water, and it could filtrate up to 100,000 gallons of water.
Wow.
We got different type of flashlights. We got flashlights that attach to your head. You strap it around your head in case you need your hands handy.
Yeah. Now turn it around so you can see it, brother. Okay.
Yep. These actually strap around your head. Bright lights. You might need to be out in the dark. You need your hands to be mobile.
Okay.
We also have this little gadget here. It's actually a thermometer. It's a magnifier, a compass, and as well as a whistle. So we got a thermometer in the back. It's a whistle, and you got the compass up front. All right.
Fantastic. Okay. Brother Sharif?
Right here we got a survival shovel / hatchet, and it folds up, compacts into this bag here, and then you just take it apart, screw the handles together, and then it's like three or four pieces you screw together, and you make your shovel. You gotta dig a ditch or whatever you need a shovel for. Same thing with the hatchet, like you said, chop down wood or a weapon.
That's right.
Also got another little mini survival pack. Has a blanket, emergency blanket, pen and a glass breaker. This is just a strap. But it has like batteries and fishing twine and a pocket knife. This is just a little mini survival kit you keep on your person.
Okay.
I got a, this is cool, a radio / flashlight. Doesn't use any power. You just wind it up. And that's where it gets the power from. This generates a charge. And got a siren and a light. And you don't need no batteries, nothing.
Wow.
Not even solar. So that's a good thing to have there. This is another little flashlight. Doesn't need power. Doesn't need batteries either. Same type of idea. Some fire starting. I don't know, this is like aluminum or something, but this is help you start a fire here. Flint, scratch it, and starts a fire. Got glow sticks. Glow sticks. Everybody knows what glow sticks are, right? You have them at the party or survival tool. In the dark, you don't have a flashlight, so you lose your flashlight. Back up with the glow stick.
That's right. Help you find location, find each other.
Some toiletries. This all came together in a little package, but toiletries, toothbrush, some soap, alcohol wipes, toothpaste, a couple of those. Got gloves here. A pistol. This is a tent, emergency tent.
Yes.
Just tie a rope to a tree or something and just throw the tent over it. You got some shelter. In here, got a bunch of little treats. Got some more ponchos like Dennis said. Got a gang of shoestrings because you can use shoestrings as a tourniquet.
Yes.
Or if your shoestrings break and you out in the wilderness, backup shoestrings because you can't run or do anything if your shoes don't fit.
That's right.
Off.
Yes, sir.
So got backup shoestrings. Got some more blankets in here. Some more tissue. What else we got? I got a compass. There's a compass in here.
Yeah, and I'm glad he brought that out because that's something too. Because you're gonna need a compass if just for direction purposes.
Yep.
Get lost out there, finding your way back.
There's a little compass here.
Yep.
Gotta have that. And this little handy bucket is more than meets the eye
All right.
because it also comes with a toilet seat.
Amen. I know our sisters will be glad to hear that, right? Brothers, exactly right.
Woods, you can,
Yeah.
do what you gotta do.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. So, sisters out there, brother, where'd you purchase that at? You remember?
I had this so long, man. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. Water purification tablets.
Now, very important.
I got more of them at home, but this is just a few of them. They come in little vials there.
You can see that, brothers and sisters. Right. Perfect.
Yeah, I had this so long, man. I think I got it off of Amazon. Maybe Amazon. If not, there's a bunch of survival websites, like survival kit websites.
Yes.
You could buy all of this along with MREs, and they sell kits. So they probably run you about $100, $200.
Yes.
But it'll come with all of this stuff came in this bucket.
Wow.
Except for my this I bought on my own, the survival shovel and axe. But all of this stuff in this box, and all of this stuff came in this bucket as one kit.
And brothers and sisters, I would tell you that, Israel, one of the things that we have a bad habit of waiting waiting too late or not taking things serious. And I only bring that up because Brother Sharif talked about he purchased this stuff a long time ago because some of us have been talking about prepping, 5, 6 years, maybe even longer than that.
I bought this kit probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Exactly right. And I mean, thank you for sharing that. And that's what we've been saying is that, we all along that, hey, the tough times are coming. Biblically speaking, and just look at what's going on around the world. EMP strike happens. All these things are going to become immediate necessities of life. Immediate, not tomorrow. If it happens tonight, you'll be glad you had some of these things. Tomorrow morning. Am I right? Mm-hmm. But in addition to that, here's some other things that I want to point. As you can see, big giant bottles, of water. And again, brothers and sisters, we have much more than that. This is just enough to kind of give you all an idea, some things for you to be thinking about. Here we have ramen noodles, right? Things like that. Okay, and then here, these are the little what do they call them? MREs. Can you see that? And as you see, it's a whole box of it. We got several boxes of it, and if you can look in there, okay. And then salt, because salt is a natural preservative, and this is a 50-pound bag of salt. That's right, because again, this has multiple purposes in a crisis type of situation, and for food, for seasoning, things of that nature. You're going to need salt, sugar, 25-pound bag. You know what I'm saying? Just for whatever purposes that it serves, Again, another flashlight. Now this flashlight here, can you see this, brothers and sisters? Watch this. You can see it just almost blind you, okay? Down here, tissue paper. Brother Sharif talked about the toilet seat in the bucket. Well, with that toilet seat and bucket, yeah, as you can see it here. And how many come to this? How many is in this box, brother? What is that? 60 of them? What is that number down there?
60, yeah.
60 rolls. So you know what? And again, it may not seem important right now, but you remember the big old toilet paper issue we had a while back when it was running out? And again, of course, we already got to have that. That's part of the prep. Here's a 18-pound bag of rice. And then I want you to look at these containers down here. Now, I purchased these containers from Home Depot, but inside of the containers, we've got beans, again, as you can see, and these are 5-gallon, right?
Yeah, 5-gallon.
5-gallon containers of beans, rice, again, more rice. Remember, guys, in a crisis, this is currency. You'll be able to barter with this. People will, if you had to give them a decision, money or food, I think we all know the answer. They will take food every time. So if you've got money sitting in your bank account doing nothing, unless you can eat it, you might want to take it out and go get the things that you need, all right? Up here, sleeping bag, as you can see, all right? And here is a propane stove for cooking purpose. And this is something that you really want to have. And they're the propane units. I didn't bring them with me, but I do have the little small containers, to replacement, backup containers to go along with the stove. But these are the kind of things you're going to need in a, here's my language, shit hit the fan type of situation, all right? Let's take a look over here, firewood. Now, obviously, if we're out in the woods, you saw the hatches and the different things where you're going to have to be, that's why I say, brothers and sisters, you're going to have to be in good shape. So get in shape because you may be chopping down trees out there. Amen, at the end of the day. If you look at here, this is just, for protection. We talked about this the other day. To let you know, we're not Girl Scouts. I just want to make sure everybody understand, Israelite men are not boys. They might have a Boy Scout survival, Eagle Scout survival mentality, but we're serious. All right, and we plan to not only have the things we need, but we plan to do everything in our power to defend what we have by any means necessary. And that's just a little example of what it is. Trust me, that's just a little bit. That's all you need to see is that little bit. But that's all. Yes, sir. So we miss anything, brothers? Or just a little roundabout. I think I showed. Ammunition and stuff like that. But again, I think that's if you know.
I used to stress the importance of the rice and the water and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Even if because everybody's not built to, use this type of stuff to forage in the woods if you have to, whatever. But at least in your home, have the dry goods, the dry rice, the beans or whatever, plenty of water. Keep that stuff in your home to sustain you in your home for as long as possible.
Yes.
As long as you possibly can stay in your home.
Yes. And in your automobile too. If you think about it, some of it, you need to have a little kit in your automobile just in case you're out somewhere. You follow me, and everything kind of goes dark on you. But to brother Sharif was saying, again, things that you should be thinking about, things you need to. And I would say this with the rice and stuff. See these bay leaves I have right here, brothers and sisters? That's not there to give it taste. Remember, if you guys remember the book of Joshua, and I told you about, remember when Joseph told everybody in the 7 years of famine how to properly store their foods? Remember that? And some listened, and nobody listened but him. And what happened, vermin got in their food, and so they did not have any food because they did not properly prepare. It's one thing to have this stuff, but you got to know how to store it Because what you don't want to happen is when you need it, all of a sudden you can't use it because you let it get wet. You follow me? Or you let it get dry, whatever the standards are. You didn't make sure that you had, again, and if you look through these barrels and beans, and that's another, I think that's beans over here as well. But if you look through there, you're going to find bay leaf in there because bay leaf is a good preservative. And I think I've had this stuff now about 2.5, maybe 3 years. And you can look at it, it's in pretty good shape. It's edible. All right? It's edible, brothers and sisters. All right? So that being said, Brother Dennis, any last minute thoughts, closing thoughts?
Just also medication, first aid kits. I know
Yes.
peroxide, alcohol pads. There's been a shortage of Tylenol, ibuprofen. Store that stuff up. We're not experts, man. We're just doing what we can to help us be ready, in case of a crisis. So whatever you can do to prep yourself, this is just a little example, a little teaser, a little, this is where we can start for those that haven't.
That's right. And Brother Jonathan?
Yeah, one thing I will say is don't worry about getting a lot of electric power stuff. I mean, drills and, worrying about cell phone charges because in time of crisis, you ain't going to need all that stuff.
Well, all that stuff, like you said, if the grid goes down, your cell phone going down. So now you might have some kind of, what they call those band radios?
Yeah,
broadband radio, something like that might be helpful, just kind of so you know what's kind of going on around you. If there's any information, things like high-powered walkie-talkies and things like that are things that you might want to consider as well. And again, and then there's the basic stuff: gloves, hats, blankets. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Things you're going to need those things. You got little babies. What about the things that they're going to need? These are the things again that you want to be thinking about, as well, brothers and sisters. But again, it's just to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that, you want to be thinking about, doing if you haven't already done them. And again, when you start talking about community living, brothers and sisters, you're going to have to be willing to do your part. And I know some of our brothers and sisters may not have the means or the resources, so that's where your other skill sets will kick in. So can you sew, right? Can you prepare a meal? Can you change your baby's diaper? You know what I'm saying? I mean, these things that sound simple, but hey, they're useful. You follow me? Do you have good eyes? Can you see? You follow me? So whatever it is, it is what it is, I guess is what I'm saying. But more importantly than that, let's not just be hearers of the word, but let's be doers of the words. One of the things I was talking to my brothers about right before we did the video, I reminded them about what the prophet Isaiah said, about our people. And he made it clear. And this is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1, 2, and 3, I believe. But he said the ass knows its owner. And the ass is just a beast of burden. The ox knows its master. Again, beast of burden, not known for their intelligence as much as they're known for their brute strength. But he said, Israel, our people, he said, they don't know who they are, and they won't even consider. And what he's simply saying, we have a tendency to be stubborn, stiff-necked. We always want to question everything. There's a time that you just stop questioning and start doing. Now, that's not to make you a zombie or a sheep. That's not what we're talking about here. But at the end of the day, you can't just be talking and not doing something when all the indicators are telling you it is time to make a move. All right, brothers and sisters? So unless my brothers have, anything else, I'm going to close this message. And again, thank you for your time and for your patience. But again, review the video, share the video, slow it down, play it back, whatever you need to do. And again, this is not all inclusive. This is, again, just to give you an idea, brothers and sisters, of things that you want to be thinking about. You follow me? So you have a general idea of what you should be, gathering and collecting. And again, don't be like, our forefathers were, in Egypt. They were warned, prep, get ready, do it the right way. And then when the crisis came, they weren't ready, and it cost them. Some people had to pay everything. They even had to sell each other into slavery because that's all they had to barter with. And I will tell you something, brothers. So when it comes down to eating or starving, your imagination can never fill you in on what you may do or what people will do. People will do anything when they're starving to death. You just don't want to be caught in a situation that is you. All right, brothers and sisters. Sorry for looking off because my brothers are standing here with me, so I'm kind of looking over at them when I'm talking. So anyway, I think that's all I have for you, brothers and sisters. Don't forget about the Bible study this coming Wednesday night. You follow me? So we hope that you can join us. And these are the kind of things, well, we study the Word. Y'all know that. 45 minutes of your time is all we're looking for, but we just want to get you comfortable because as you remember, I ain't going to go back over it, but I showed you that cipher over there, and that's part of prepping too. Knowing the word of Elohim is a part of prepping, brothers and sisters, okay? But anyway, Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central Eastern Time, we'll be getting together and we'll be studying together, assembling ourselves together. And if you can join us, I hope you will. The information is in the About section on the community page. But again, if nothing else, share the video, brothers and sisters. Let's not be selfish. Let's be considerate. Let's think about not only ourselves, but let's think about others and be planful. All right, you men out there, what's your plan? When the shit hits the fan, what's your plan, brother? Sisters out there, what's your plan? You know, do you have a covering? Because it may not seem important to you now, but, you know, I guess I'll say this. I was watching a Netflix series just recently called The Last Kingdom. And I guess it's how England came together back somewhere in, 800 AD, somewhere down that time. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of movies like that are out there. Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, all these things are out there. Vanilla Vikings, I think is another one I saw out there. And I'll tell you something. If you think that the heathens are not planning for a big event, the heathens are planning about getting together. But they're also kind of dog whistling. And sisters, if you go back and you look at The Last Kingdom, and you see how these women were being taken advantage of that did not have men to protect them, then you'll understand clearly why your brother is saying, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have a covering, you know, it is time to start, you know, building alliances with men that you can trust. And I know a few of them, but men that you can trust, you know, so that, you know, as you start to prepare yourself, that you can, you know, be protected and safe as well. But that being said, brothers and sisters, anything else, brothers? We're good? All right, then. All right, guys. Talk to you guys on Wednesday evening. All right, y'all willing. DFG, talk to you guys later. Bye now.